I ordered these 3 table runners online and they come in a gold shade with a mustard colored backing. I unrolled them and laid them side by side on the floor to straighten out the creases. Meanwhile, I took a pre-painted 4-foot long wooden plank. I found these heavy-duty stick-on hooks and placed 6 of them, spacing them evenly to match the width of the runners with 2 hooks per runner. Once I was happy with the placement, I peeled off the backing and attached the hook securely to the plank. Next, I located the joists on my ceiling and installed the plank using long screws. If you don't have a textured ceiling like mine, you can directly stick the hooks onto your ceiling. I got these golden chains with hooks on both ends. I threaded the chains through the pattern gaps at the top of the runners and hung one by one onto the ceiling hooks. And there you have it, a quick, stylish and functional privacy partition made with table runners, hooks and chains.
We're going to start with a roll of window film. This is non-adhesive. It is a cling film, which makes it a great temporary solution for privacy and a great solution for renters. Now, instead of just applying this to the window, we're going to roll it out and create a design with this. So I'm using a cutting mat here because it's got some grid lines on it. You can also just use a ruler. I'm going to cut a sheet of film just a little bit larger than the size of my glass. There are 2 sides to this window film. There's the frosted side and then there's a clear carrier sheet on the back. I'm going to place my piece down with that clear carrier sheet on the table. Then I'm going to use some painter's tape to just tape it down flat. Now using a pencil, I'm just going to sketch a design onto the film so I can cut it out. You want to use something with simple, straightforward designs that you can cut apart. Now I'm going to grab a craft knife. You can use the scissors for this, but if you get a good sharp craft knife, it's going to be a lot easier. And I'm just going to slowly cut out each piece. So just running my knife along all those pencil lines. I'm going to do this for every line that I drew, kind of leave the pieces where they are, but separate them a little bit. Everything is cut out. Now I am going to take this whole cutting mat, take the whole thing over to my bathroom. I want to leave all these pieces in the right order, and we're going to start applying it to the window. First step is to clean your window really well. You want to start with a spray bottle full of water. This window film adheres to the window through static cling, but adding some water to the window is going to help it stick really well. So spray your window with water, and then grab that first cut out piece. I'm going to start on the bottom and peel off the clear carrier sheet from the back and then gently place it onto the window. What you're going to need is a squeegee tool. I'm using a little craft scraper. You can also use a credit card from your wallet. Then you're going to continue with all the other pieces. Now I want to let a little light shine in. So I'm leaving about 1/4 of an inch of space between each piece, using that squeegee each time and just pressing down really well. I cut this piece of window film a little bit bigger than my window, so you're going to have some pieces that hang off on the edges, and that's okay. As we get toward the end, we can trim those off. So now that we're nearing the end here, I'm going to use my craft knife and just cut off these edges here. Be very gentle that you're not pushing too hard and damaging your frame or the caulk or any part of your window. The final step in all of this, once all the pieces are on, you want to make sure to dry any excess water. So grab your squeegee or your credit card and push out any bubbles. Sometimes those are water drops that are left underneath the film. And then just grab a paper towel and blot any water drops that are left. And that is it. We are finished. I now have some privacy in this bathroom. What I love is that some light does filter in. But at night, when the light is on in this bathroom, people aren't going to be able to see in. This is also a temporary solution, so I can pull these pieces off whenever I need to. I hope this gives you an inspiring new idea to go try on your windows.
I finally got that hot tub that I've always wanted in the back porch, but neighbors are kind of close. First thing I'm going to do is get this free pallet I got, and it actually is in really good shape, but I've got to remove all the nails to use the boards. So I'm going to use my crowbar and my hammer, and I'm going to go through and very carefully loosen some of the boards. But you can't do the whole thing all at once. You got to work your way up and down, and go back and forth to loosen the nails. Don't try to pull it all off at one time, you'll crack the boards. The reason I want to use this is as a free palette, it's going to save me a lot of money on all the boards. Once you work your way up and down, look at that. It comes right out and it's easy to use. But we got to get rid of those nails. So all you got to do is turn it over. Go ahead and tap those nails on one side. Throw it back over the other side. Use the claw on your hammer. You can pull it apart or just use your hands and they'll pop right out. Now you've got a ton of boards you can use. Next step is to use 1¼ inch PVC pipe. We're going to cut 4 pieces at 12 inches long. This is going to be the base of a privacy screen. I'm using a PVC cutter here because it gives it a nice clean cut edge. You can use a hacksaw if you need to. Now the next step is to get a T. As you can see, 2 ends are 1¼ and the top is actually 1 inch. So take 2 of your 12-inch pieces and you're going to place that on each side of your base. This is going to give you a base of 24 inches. Next step we got to do is once we get the 2 legs together, we're going to paint them black. Now I'm going to take the 1-inch sides that are 4 feet long, and I'm going to use those with a spacer so each board is separated the same distance. You can lay them out and eyeball them this way if you want, or you can take a straight board and use that as a guide on getting all the slats straight. Once I do that and put them all in there, I'm going to take a 1¼ inch drywall screw and just drive it through the wood. And I'm going to use the same holes that I used pulling the nails out. That way we're not putting extra holes in there. As you can see, I can take the PVC pipe and bring it off the edge. It doesn't need to go all the way on the side. This one on the other side, it's already straight, ready to go. Just put it underneath. And again, you're going to pop those screws right in. Now you're going to take that base and you're going to put it on each end of your privacy screen. Now you can glue it, but I'm just going to go pop it on and it holds up really nice. The next step and the last step is to put some hooks on because I've got a great idea for it. It can hold up the towels too. So not only do I got a privacy screen, but I've got someplace to let my towels air out and dry.
This is my main floor bathroom, and in this space, privacy is a major issue thanks to this window, but I have to always keep this blind closed because it actually looks out onto my back deck. So to begin my project, I'm going to go ahead and measure the window, and then I'm going to give the window a thorough cleaning with some wet paper towel and soap. This is my beautiful new window cling that I'm going to be applying to my window. So I took the measurements that I used on my window and I cut it down to size to fit. To apply this window cling, you put a couple drops of dish soap into a spray bottle and then fill it with warm water. Give it a good shake, and then you're going to go ahead and spray the entire window with this solution. Then you're going to take your window cling and place it on, and then using a squeegee, you're going to smooth out all the water underneath. Don't be afraid of using too much water. You can go as crazy as you want with the water. It actually helps the window cling to stick better. But this is why I love this product, because it's not actually a sticker, so it's not going to ruin my window at all. The water actually just kind of suctions it onto your window. So if I do have to take this down, my window is going to be completely fine underneath. There will be no sticky glue, no residue on my window whatsoever. This is the window cling in place and the finished look. This is what it looks like from the outside. And the best part about this though is now I can have all this light filtering in through my window, and it really brightens up my bathroom space. So this is the Star Magnolia pattern from Artscape, and this window cling is amazing. I'm so happy with how this turned out.